Hello, this is Rajesh from Softeath. Today we are here to calculate the main and opposite diagonal summation of a M cross N matrix using C programming language. Before programming, let's look upon the theory. That is, consider a 4 cross 4 matrix having elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Now the main diagonal elements of this matrix are 1, 6, 11 and 16. Then the sum of main diagonal elements is 1 plus 6 plus 11 plus 16. That's equal to 34. Let it be main diagonal sum, that is MDS. In other hand, the opposite diagonal elements, that is 13, 10, 7 and 4. And also the sum of the opposite diagonal element is equal to 13 plus 10 plus 7 plus 4, which is equal to 34. That will be opposite diagonal sum, ODS. Now the main and opposite diagonal summation of this 4 cross 4 matrix is equal to the sum of main diagonal elements, that is 1 plus 6 plus 11 plus 16 plus the opposite diagonal elements, that is 13 plus 10 plus 7 plus 4, which is equal to 34 plus 34 is equal to 68. But in 3 cross 3 matrix, it is not the same, as there is a presence of a intersection element. Consider a 3 cross 3 matrix having elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. The main diagonal elements are 1, 5 and 9. And sum of main diagonal elements is equal to 1 plus 5 plus 9, which is 15. Let it be main diagonal sum, that is MDS. The opposite diagonal elements are 7, 5 and 3. Then the sum of opposite diagonal elements is 7 plus 5 plus 3, which is equal to 15. Let it be ODS, that is opposite diagonal sum. The main and opposite diagonal summation of 3 cross 3 matrix is equal to sum of main diagonal elements, that is 1 plus 5 plus 9, plus sum of opposite diagonal elements, that is 7 plus 5 plus 3, minus the intersection element, that is 5. which is equal to 15 plus 15 minus 5. Its value is 25. Let's start the programming. First, take preprocessor directive hash include standard input output header file and take void main as main function. In program block, take matrix namely mat of integer data type which can have row and column up to 20. Take variable I, j, row, column, MDS equal to 0 and ODS equal to 0 of integer data type. Now use printf output function to print enter the number of rows and column of the matrix with escape sequence /n which forms a new line. Then use scanf function to get the value of row and col by using integer format specifier %d. Now use printf function to print enter the elements of matrix with escape sequence /n for a new line. For element of matrix we have to use for loop, that is for I equal to 0, I less than row I plus plus, and for j is equal to 0, j less than col j plus plus. Scanf %d that will store at mat I j. Then use printf function to print the matrix is with /n. We use for loop to show our matrix, that is for I equal to 0, I less than row I plus plus, and j is equal to 0, j less than col j plus plus. Printf, then use printf function to print %d/t, which is used to get a tab between two elements, and the format specifier %d will assign the value of mat ij. Then use printf function to print a new line between two rows. Diagonal sum. Now for getting the value of main diagonal sum and opposite diagonal sum we have to use for loop, that is for I equal to 0, I less than row I plus plus, for j equal to 0, j less than col j plus plus, with a condition if I equal to j, that is for diagonal, that is MDS equal to MDS plus mat ij, which is the main diagonal sum, and the ODS equal to ODS plus mat I row minus I minus 1, which is the opposite diagonal sum. Now use printf function to print the sum of main diagonal elements equal to %d, which will assign the value of MDS. Then again use printf function to print the sum of opposite diagonal element equal to %d. We store the value of ODS. For getting our final answer, that is the main and opposite diagonal summation, we will use if statement, that is if row %2 equal 0 and call percent 2 equal 0. Like our 4 cross 4 matrix, then printf the main and opposite diagonal summation of percent d star percent d matrix is equal to percent d. The first percent d is the value of row, the second percent d is the value of call, and the third percent d assign the value of MDS plus ODS. In else part, it prints like our 3 cross 3 matrix, that is the main and opposite diagonal summation of percent d star percent d matrix equal to percent d. In that case, the first percent d assign the value of row, the second percent d assign the value of call, the third percent d assign the value of MDS plus ODS minus mat row by 2 call by 2, which is the intersection element. Now let's run this program. Enter the number of row is 4 and column is 4 for 4 cross 4 matrix. Then enter the elements as 1 to 16. Now this will show the matrix and the MDS value, that is 34, and the ODS value, that is also 34, and the main and opposite diagonal sum, that's equal to MDS plus ODS, that is 68. Now for 3 cross 3 matrix, enter the rows as 3 and column as 3 and enter the elements from 1 to 9. This shows the matrix, and this will show the MDS is 15 and the ODS is also 15, and the main and opposite diagonal summation is equal to MDS plus ODS minus the intersection point, that is 15 plus 15 minus 5 equal to 25.